I remember when I was a little girl and our house caught on fire. I'll never forget the look on my father's face as he gathered me in his arms and rushed through the burning building on the pavement. And I stood there, shivering in my pajamas, and watched the whole world go up in flames. And when it was all over, I said to myself, is that all there is to a fire?
Yeah, I'm on my way there now. Madame hasn't laid eyes on me in over 40 years.
You think she'll remember you?
She'll remember me. We almost made a go of it.
What happened?
What always happens. Life got in the way.
Gentlemen!
Ah, Roy, I'm so glad you could make it. I wanted to ask you about Sunset Living.
The nursing home?
It's not a nursing home, Leroy. It's an assisted living facility.
Why do they call it assisted living? It's the dying that I'm going to need assistance with.
But it's in Astoria. Leroy, you know the place?
Yeah. I think it's got a great view of Rikers. On a good day, you might be able to see the lady inmates waving their bras out of the cell blocks.
You will fit right in.
I wanted to visit an old friend up there. Olga Lafretsky.
Oh, the famous Broadway star from way back. I even heard about her.
Oh, why your interest now?
Hofstadter's Follies is on life support. Ever since the COVID, I can't get people back into the theater.
Oh, man, real bummer. You know, the only people that made out from that whole thing were the uglies.
You must have had a great time with those ladies, huh, Leroy?
Real comedian, Martin. So what's your plan, Hoff?
An amazingly memorable gala featuring the greatest dancer of the time. If that doesn't pan out, I'd have to close the theater.
You got a hook?
Yeah, I'm going to invite Olga to do a gala benefit. You know,
You think she'd be into that?
the lure of the stage is irrepressible to a great star, no matter how faded. And boy, was she a star.
I don't know. It's been a while.
Oh, boy. No, what do you mean? Oh,
Not
come on,
enough,
guys,
not
a little positivity, huh?
You know what? Talk it up enough and it just might work. It's all about advertising and social media. Facebook, Instagram, click-clock.
No, it's TikTok, Martin. TikTok, not click-clock.
It's got to work or I'm finished. As I was saying, the lure of the stage is irrepressible to a great star. And boy, was she a star. And we met in London. The ballerina defected from the Russians. She was fluid and graceful and had precise technique. And needless to say, fantastic legs.
I'm sorry I never got to see her.
Oh, yeah. When she came to New York, Louis Fine had her sing one day. She had an Ethel Merman voice, but sweet. Louis immediately cast her in his new musical. The audience was on its feet for 20 minutes. Louis wanted her to change her name to Mamie Leffen and forget ballet, but she refused, said that she was a dancer first and insisted on being called Madame until she finally disappeared.
And wound it up in Astoria.
Astoria? I haven't been in Astoria since Bunny. It's where we kissed for the very last time. Well, we had just shared a gyro at the Greek diner.
Bunny? Bunny Maniscalco, the working girl?
Oh, hold on. You know her?
Everyone knew her. She was a real hooker.
It was all very dramatic. I told her I was going off to join the army. I even carried a duffel bag.
Bunny was famous.
Oh, yeah. She had some most provocative walk. Arrested 5 times just for walking. But nothing stuck. I was her Tuesday and Thursday. Yeah, it was one of those things. She wanted to snag me. She thought I was loaded because I owned a theater. Meanwhile, I could hardly afford Tuesdays. I didn't want her to know I was broke.
So, you play loaded.
Oh, I did. I let her think the theater was a real moneymaker. And then I started smelling wedding bells, and only her sweet fragrance had been before.
Well, I'm sure you didn't stop your gallivanting after Bunny, right?
Yeah, didn't you almost tie the knot with that Polish girl?
Oh, yeah, Lulu. Lulu Gold. And I would have, too, if she hadn't run off to Chicago with that Cuban stand-up comic Mario de Boro. Anyway, Leroy, tell me, what is the best way to get to the Sunset Living?
Oh, walk 15 minutes a day and drink some Ensure.
No problem for you, Hofstadter. You're almost already there.
Ooh, you better be careful, Martin Hofstadter's very sensitive about his age.
Oh, not at all. I've lived a very full life. Besides Bunny and Lulu's, there was Claire, and Beatrice, and Brigitte. Now, Brigitte was a strange one. Had both her knees replaced. Oh, kind of funny after that. Would fall over every now and then.
I'd like to meet Madam myself. How about I drive you?
Oh, that would be great!
Don't worry about it. I can catch a fare back from LaGuardia.
So this Uber thing is really working out for you, huh?
Martin, I've been out of work so long, I'm a walking drama.
Oh, Leroy, disappointments are the building blocks of success. Do not be disillusioned.
I am not disillusioned. I'm broke.
No, well, that is different.
You know what? Come on, my car's around the corner. Driving it up in an Uber Black will impress Madam.
Olga Lafresky. What memories.
Sunset living it is!
No one hates spring, Myra. The flowers in full bloom, a sunny view of Rikers. I love the spring.
Well, I hate it. Mixes memory with desire.
Well, then just stay focused on the memories. Ooh, look, here she comes.
It's 11:15. She's late.
Madame Lavresky is never late. Your watch must be off.
Look at her. Like she's so perfect.
Myra, you say that every morning.
Shh. She'll hear us. Well, it's true. Just look at her. How she's sitting there so haughty, like she's somebody and we're nobody.
She is somebody. She was famous, for goodness sakes. The biggest star on Broadway. That's somebody, isn't it?
She was somebody once. She's not somebody anymore. Now, she's just like the rest of us. Nobody.
You are such a miserable person, Myra. I don't know why I sit with you.
It's because everyone else here is comatose.
Are you comfortable, madame? The chair appears so unforgiving.
Comfort is a luxury, my dear. I was taught as a novice never to allow your spine to touch the back of the chair. One must sit upright at all times, lest one develop a hideous hunchback.
Look at her. How she sits so lordly.
Oh, I'm sure they taught her to sit like that for her posture.
Who the hell needs a good posture for at our age?
To lay flat in the box. Oh, look, now you're making me go negative. I need to find someone else to sit with, someone more upbeat.
Well, I'll take my comfortable chair any day. Look at her on her high horse. Haughty.
Do you see them? They hate me.
Who hates?
Oh, don't look. They will know that we're talking about them.
Maybe they just want to make friends?
Grimm could not have painted more hideous characters in his witch stories.
Look at her lipstick. So red. There was never a redder lipstick than on in Amsterdam.
Lots of women wear red on Amsterdam.
Not Amsterdam Avenue. I'm talking about Amsterdam Street in Holland. I know you've never gone anywhere, Charlotte. It's a red light district.
Well, Smarty, I know about that Amsterdam Street.
Really? How?
National Geographic. Anyway, how do you know about it?
Don't look, they're whispering about me.
Really, madam, they're just gossips, especially about Myra.
I heard my name. What do they say?
They're probably wondering what you're whispering about.
Pay no attention to them, madam.
Oh, what is it?
It's a delivery.
Oh, perhaps it is something for me.
Oh no, he's picking something up. It's not a delivery, it's a pickup, madam.
They have forgotten me, Paulette.
Who's forgotten you, madam?
The world has forgotten me.
Of course not, madam. We'll never forget you.
There was a time when every post came with letters, cards. Now nothing.
Give me just your pillow.
Oh, I'm not even a memory on some old man's pillow.
So, Myra, when were you on Amsterdam Street? I've always wondered about you.
Don't be silly. I've always been a lady. I went to Catholic school, you know, with the nuns, the sisters of, whatever. I don't remember what they were sisters of anyway. It doesn't matter. I'm nothing like that one over there. Huh, look at her red lipstick. Amsterdam Street for sure.
What a nasty thing to say. She never sold herself. She was a great dancer, a ballerina. That's how she got so famous.
Charlotte, don't you know they all did it to get ahead?
Did what?
Why, sold themselves, of course. Don't you read the news? Are you really so naive?
Did you
Did I what?
sell yourself?
How can you ask me that? I thought you were my friend.
Just asking.
Well, I'm here, ain't I? So, obviously I never got ahead, did I? So, obviously I never sold myself.
Maybe the goods weren't there to sell.
Very funny, Charlotte. I'll have you know I was quite the package. Quite.
So how do you know so much about these things? Tell me.
I don't really know, but my boobs, they were the ones that were the giveaway. I have always thought that I was not raised a boob.
Oh, I bet you got around a lot in your youth. So tell me, why did you go to the red light district?
I didn't go, as you put it. I found myself there quite by accident. I was visiting Amsterdam with the nuns when I was a teenager. We got separated and, well, quite by accident, I found myself in one of those little alleyways where I saw the most objectionable things. Men gawking at these poor women that were displayed like Spanish hams in storefronts.
But you stopped to look?
Well, of course I did. It's not something one sees every day.
What happened then? Were you approached?
Approached? Charlotte, I don't know how you can imagine such a thing. I was an innocent young girl. It was obvious to everyone that I was simply lost.
So you were approached?
Well, not like you mean it, but yes, there was this elderly, stately man, an aristocrat, I think, with a cane. Seeing as I was lost, he came over to me. He was quite handsome, actually. Asked me if I'd like a chocolate ice cream.
And did you go with him?
Of course not. I didn't go anywhere. there was an ice cream store a few steps from where we were standing. He must have misinterpreted my nodding to be a yes, so he led me there.
What happened then?
Well, we ate our ice cream, and I told him I had to leave, though honestly, I was in no hurry to get back to the nuns. There was one bald one. Her name was Sister Amalgamated. I couldn't stand the bald bitch.
Her name was Amalgamated. Are you sure?
Of course I'm sure. Absolutely despised her. Ugh. Look at that red lipstick on Madam. Amsterdam Street. And that woman was there and looks positively trampy.
Well, I think red looks good on her.
They're talking about me. I heard my name and something about red. Yes, they are. Well, I shall close my eyes and throw my head back in defiance. Look there, across the street, atop the telephone pole, a seagull. See how he ruffles his feathers, how handsome he is. How wonderful a life at sea must be. Flying amidst the clouds, swooping down, diving inches above the waves.
So?
They used to send me chocolates, roses. I would give the candies to the staff, and we would decorate the whole place with fresh flowers, not plastic like they have here. Everyday fresh flowers. Oh, I remember my debut. Sleeping Beauty, 3 curtains. It was in all the papers. My friends sent me clippings from Vienna, Paris, London. Magnifica, brava. Admirers swarmed to see me dance. So long ago. Now here I sit admiring the dance of the seagull. No one sends me flowers anymore.
Madame, a limousine has just turned into the driveway. It's a number over black. An older gentleman is getting out of the car. Then have a younger man.
A gentleman.
Well, this is the place. Sunset living.
Seems awfully quiet.
Yeah, turn on your hearing aid.
What?
Your hearing aid!
Oh, God.
May I help you, gentlemen?
Oh, yes, hopefully you can. This is Sunset Living.
Yes, it is. We strive to make your sunset years sunny. And you are Mr.
Hofstetter, Baron von, proprietor of Hofstetter's Follies.
Oh, welcome.
You've heard of me.
I haven't. But you're certainly welcome here. Sunset is such a peaceful time, don't you agree? All the noise and bustle just fades away like the ebbing sea.
Ebbing Sea. Jesus.
May I ask what insurance you have?
Oh, no. That is not necessary, but thank you. My bustle isn't ebbing quite yet. Indeed, it all too often pops up at the most inappropriate time.
I see. Just looking at it. Well, our motto here at Sunset Living is Felix. That's Latin, you know, for happy.
Ah, is it?
So when you're ready to enjoy those golden years, just think Felix.
Golden years, my hands.
I heard that. You know, it comes to us all, you know, if we're lucky. Even you. Would you like a brochure?
Oh, no, but thank you very much. I'm sure I will keep Felix in mind when the time comes. But today I am just here to visit a resident, Olga Lafretsky.
Olga. Olga?
the famous dancer and Broadway star. Oh, she must be here under a pseudonym for privacy from the loathsome paparazzi.
Ah, yes, madam. It's been so long since she's had a visitor. I simply forgot her name was Olga Lavretsky. We only call her madam. I'll need to check to ensure that she's amenable.
Well, she wasn't always, you know, amenable. But I did try.
How shall I announce you? Your name again is...
Oh, I will give you Baron von Hofstetter, proprietor of Hofstetter's Follies. Surely you heard of Hofstetter's on the Bowery?
Regretfully, no. But then again, I don't get out that much.
Oh, an attractive woman like yourself? And I wonder, available? Perhaps dinner, a gyro.
You are too kind. And you, sir, you
Oh,
are...
this is Leroy. Leroy is an actor, a thespian, a tragedian.
Oh,
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
it's nice to meet you. I've never met a real actor.
No, have you now? Leroy is out of work.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No. But anyway, Nika, it was a long trip from the city. I was wondering if I could use a restroom.
Oh, of course. It's there, down the hall. But please knock. It's unisex.
Unisex? Is that the new one?
I'll check to see if Madam is available. Oh, Baron! I'll be right back.
You are quite an operator, Hofstetter.
A shadow of my former self, a mere shade. I feel what remains is simply remains. I am become remains. You know, she was really something in her day, Madame was. It's been a long time. I hope she doesn't find me too far gone. You know, what a strange game life is, Leroy. We grow old, never wondering what's next, just living day to day as time rushes on by. We are like Rip Van Winkle. And now, here I find myself at Sunset Clifford.
You know, I've been starting to feel that way myself.
You know, the funny thing is, Leroy, I've been changing all along. I was a different man at 20, different again at 40, and now when I look in the mirror, I hardly recognize a face looking back at me. Leroy, you must make the most of time.
You're right. You're right. I need to get my act together.
Yeah.
Find a mate for my sunset years. What do you think about that girl, Veronica? She caught my eye the moment we walked in. You think she's pretty, right?
The fairy.
Yeah, she's cute, she's sweet. She must have a big heart to work around all these, old people. It's gotta take a lot of heart, you know? Maybe there's a future for us. I need a future. I'm not getting any younger. A man my age needs a companion for when he gets older. To make him soup.
I beg your pardon. Soup.
I've let so many opportunities get by. There was that Pakistani girl from Bensonhurst. She really liked me. I'm not letting it happen again. I like that girl, Veronica.
Leroy, you just met her.
Yeah, well, Sunset Living reminded me I need to get my butt moving. Yesterday, all my troubles seemed so far.
Fine. Excuse me, Leroy, while I go freshen up.
Hi, I'm Leroy Castano. I'm an actor. It's nice to meet you.
Oh, Paulette, I was just coming down to see you.
We serve Mercedes and number black with two gentlemen.
They're here to see Madam. I told them that she doesn't accept uninvited guests. Could you...
Oh, I'll check with her. She's been so depressed today, especially with those witches gossiping about her all the time.
Myra.
And Charlotte, the bitches of Broadway. Their whispers are just like clashing Trishkin covers. I'm sure the visitors will cheer Madame up. What shall I say is called?
An older gentleman who apparently knows the madam very well, Baron Hofstetter, and a younger fellow named Leroy.
I'll check. Perhaps she'll see the Baron.
Paulette, Madam's nurse, is checking to see if she'll see you both. I'm not sure.
Oh, no, no, it's fine. It's fine. It's Hofstadter that wanted to visit Madam. Perhaps we can talk.
Yes, perhaps.
Well.
Well. So you're an actor.
I try.
Ugh. I used to dream of being an actress. Then I'll be brief. Oh, happy dagger, this is thy sheath. There, rust, and let me die.
Very good. You missed your calling.
I tried. It didn't work out. And you?
Oh, when I act, it's not always great, The audiences for sure are not always adoring, They've snored, they've snorted, they've sneezed, Oh, God. The worst is when you're in the middle of a really dramatic line and some fat old fart decides to get up from the front row to pee. Oh, I just want to jump off the stage and feed him a face full of fists. But enough about me. Tell me about you.
There's really not much to say. Day came after day before I knew it. I was here at Sunset Living. I mean, it could have been worse, I suppose. It can always be worse. So...
Yeah, well, no wedding ring, though. Never married?
No, never. I once had a love. He was my morning sunshine and my evening star. Just seeing him brightened me, even in my darkest moments.
Well, what happened?
We were working summer stock in the Catskills, and he cheated on me.
Well, you know how actors are.
Oh, she really was an actress. I don't know what he expected. They were married and then divorced in less than a year. He tried to crawl back to me, and I told him I wasn't seconds. Sometimes I wonder whether I was wrong. You know how pride can get in the way? I was too proud, too hurt to take him back. But you, and have you ever been?
Well, I was married once, She was a wrestler.
Oh.
Professional.
Oh.
Yeah, evenings were a match, so to speak. She had this nasty habit, though, of just throwing me up against the wall.
Oh. Wow, that's different.
Yeah, she broke my nose.
Oh, it's such a lovely nose. What happened?
Well, I couldn't take it any longer, One night after she had me in a headlock again, I said enough! And I packed my bags and left.
Leroy, I'm reluctant to say it, but this sounds like a story an actor might make up.
No actor would make up a story this crazy.
Well, here I am, all freshened up. Is Madame ready for me?
Paulette, Madame's companion, is checking.
Oh, well then, perhaps in the interim, we can get to know each other a little better. I've always had a thing for younger women.
Well, Baron, you are certainly something. And I must tell you, I've always had a thing for older men.
Do you?
We have quite a few of them here.
You do?
Incorrigible! Even though it's easy for me to outwalk them.
And they never catch up.
Not yet. I do like tantalizing them. They're a great reminder that I'm a girl.
And have you ever, how shall I put this?
No, never. I experimented once just to see what would happen. He died. His heart stopped. He was so stiff, I thought he was still alive.
Well, now I suspect you are mocking me.
His dentures popped out.
No kidding.
Let me see what's holding up Paulette.
Veronica thinks you would fit right in here.
If she knew more about me, she would be on her knees.
Woo! To recruit me! Ah.
So Myra, did you sleep with the old gentleman?
What old gentleman? What are you talking about?
The old gentleman in the ice cream shop, the one with the cane.
Charlotte, what are you saying? How can you imagine such a thing?
Well, tell me.
You're just such a dirty mind. What's going on over there? What's that Paulette up to?
Oh, must be a visitor. Go on with your story. I'm simply at the edge of my seat.
And what a big seat it is.
Madame, the visitors are for you.
Oh, for me? Oh, no, under no circumstance. I am not ready to be seen. Who is it?
It's a baron.
Hofstetter?
Yes, Madame Hofstetter, and the younger fellow, Leroy.
Hofstetter? Oh, I haven't seen so bad in years. 100 years at least.
So shall I bring them in?
Oh, well, I was still a young woman when we last knew each other. I danced at his little theater as an accommodation. His business was not doing well, and I thought I could help.
Veronica told me he's quite a Romeo.
Oh, even now.
He even pinched her.
Yes, well, you are correct. The baron is quite a womanizer, or at least he was back in the day. He once tried to seduce me, but I would have nothing of it. I knew he was a libertine, and it would not be going anywhere, except perhaps the bedroom. Oh, and I was stupidly in love with an artist, a painter. Oh, Marcel was an Adonis, quite a lovely creature.
Tell me.
Oh, well, I sat for him. You know the painting, it hangs in the vestibule.
The nude?
Yes, the very one. Oh, I sat just 4 feet from him. He had marvelous azure eyes. I could not take my gaze off of those blue eyes. Then finally, he reached out, he took my hand, and we kissed. Quite a magical kiss.
And then?
Oh, well, sorrowfully it did not last long. Marcel liked to spread his magic.
How sad. And the baron?
Oh, we lost touch years ago. What could he want?
Oh, shall I bring him in?
Oh, I don't know. How do I look? My hair, my makeup, this old rag I'm wearing. It will never do for him to see me.
Madame, you look wonderful. I'm dreaming when I get older to maintain myself as awesome as you do every day.
Well, all right, son. But only Hofstetter. I don't know the other one. He may be a new journalist trying to see how far I've declined.
Very well, Madame.
Hofstetter. I am still remembered.
I don't know, Leroy. I mean, it's been so long since I've dated. I mean, it seems like a chore.
Oh, nonsense. Dating is like riding a bicycle. You just never forget, you know? You hop on and,
Oh, you're such a scoundrel, Leroy.
Am I?
Baby, that's what I like about you.
he's still in the bathroom.
Here I am.
Madam will receive you now, Baron.
Oh, how do I look?
What do you mean?
Well, what do you mean, what do I mean? Do I look presentable? Madam is a very discerning woman, you know.
She is. She's discerned the Baron is a wolf.
May I share in the nature of your humor?
You may not. Please follow me.
Look, Paulette is back.
Oh, and who is that with her?
I don't know, but he looks strangely familiar.
Madame, the Baron has tenant.
My dear Olga. So long.
My Baron, it is so good to see you. It has been forever. And you have not changed at all.
Oh, how I wish that were true. But you, my dear, are just as I remember you.
Oh, nonsense, nonsense. But sweet of you to say. Come, sit next to me. Oh, I know it is a long time I was just a girl.
You know, I have always had a special place in my heart for the Rose of the Bolshoi.
That was a long time ago.
Just look at her over there, all puffed up like a peacock in heat.
I think she looks rather well. Color back in her cheeks.
Look, she's blushing. The gentleman must have shaken her quiver.
Or what?
Quiver!
Myra, your imagination is nothing less than queer.
I will leave you to reminisce.
Oh, thank you, Paulette.
If it'll only be a moment, my driver is waiting in reception.
Very well, sir.
Paulette,
Yes, madame.
Paulette, who is that man?
My man?
Don't be coy with me. The man visiting Lavretsky.
I'm not sure I'm at liberty to say.
Sure, I know the fellow.
Well, then you know who he is. Excuse me, thank you.
Not at liberty to say. The girl is as haughty as Lavretsky. I must find out who he is.
He's a little young for you, dearie.
Young? He's not young.
I know.
So tell me, Baron, how did you ever find me? I have quite deliberately kept out of the public eye.
Oh, well, fortunately, a mutual friend knew where you were. Because, Olga, I have fantastic news for you.
News!
Yes, I am planning a benefit gala featuring the greatest dancers of the era. You will be the brightest star in a firmament of stars.
Frederick, have you gone mad? I can no more demi-plie than scale Mount Fuji.
Demi-plie not required. But it will be the hottest ticket in all New York.
Oh, no, you have gone mad, for sure. Oh, my, well,
It will be on the anniversary of your magnificent debut at the Royal Ballet.
yes,
Oh,
I don't know, Frederick.
no, Olga. I will bill it as the return to the stage of the greatest Broadway star of all time.
The audience will not even know who I am. It has been decades.
Oh, with all due respect, that is nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
You, my dear, will never be forgotten.
So am I right to assume your theater is not doing well?
My dear, we are holding back the crowd.
Baron, you were never a good liar.
Olga, if for no other reason than for what we once had.
Yes, which was?
No, I was a cat.
Yes, you were, in fact. I quite vividly recall you held me up against a wall in my dressing room. Do you remember?
Carolina.
Then your inamorata nearly broke down the door.
Carolina.
Yes, yes. And do you recall what you said to her when she got in?
Madam, about the gala.
Yes, you said, "Oh, Carolina, what a surprise to see you." And she struck you across the face with the loudest slap I have ever heard.
It's a gala?
Yes, and then she left. Do you recall what you said when you turned to me?
Escargot.
Oh, Baron, you must be very desperate indeed.
It's all been arranged, Olga. I booked you a suite at the St. Regis. A limousine will come and pick you up and return you at your convenience.
Frederick, I don't think I can do it.
Oh, it will be the return of the greatest dancer ever to the stage. The audience will go wild, Olga.
They do not know who I am.
Oh.
But I will check my calendar.
Well, of course. Your calendar must be simply filled with appointments. But you must clear them for this, your triumphant return to the stage. Well, I have to run. There's so much to do, and my driver is waiting for me in reception, so I'll be back, Olga. It's so good to see you.
Goodbye, Baron.
Dimples?
Bunny?
Dimples?
Bunny, is that you?
It is you, Dimples! Tuesdays and Thursdays, remember?
Oh, yeah. What a surprise.
What's the matter, Dimples? You haven't forgotten your bunny, have you?
How can a man like me, who is all man, forget a woman like you, who is all woman?
Bunny?
You were always such a talker, Dimples.
Dimples?
Buddy, I'm sorry, but I really must go. My driver is waiting.
But we can relive one of those marvelous evenings. That is, if you're still able.
Able indeed.
Good genes.
Marvelous jeans.
If you'll excuse me, I'm sorry, I have to run. But I'll be back.
Oh, but soon?
Yes. I'll be in touch. I'll text. Do you have a cell?
Oh no, she gotta quit it.
I'll be back.
Oh my God, it's Dimples.
Dimples and Bunny?
You have such a dirty mind, Charlotte. You know, we're just old friends.
Right, on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Bowling.
You must think I'm an idiot, Myra.
It was the red you wore on Amsterdam Street, dear.
It was bowling.
Oh, really? With 2 balls or 1?
What a mouth on her! Did you hear how she spoke to me?
I was thinking the same thing.
Well, stop thinking, Charlotte. You'll wear out your brain. What luck. Dimples. He's loaded you know, owns a theater downtown. Yeah, we really need to pick up right where we left off.
So, Hofstetter, how did it go at Sunset Living?
I am still digesting the whole experience. It was really quite remarkable.
How?
Well, first and foremost, I did get to meet with Madame.
And how did you find her?
Concerned about the ravages of time. But to me, she is still the same girl who glided onto my stage all those years ago. Just a little more worn.
So, did she agree to the gala?
Not yet, but I am certain that she is taking it seriously. A return to the stage would do her miracles, not to mention what it would do for me.
And what is Sunset Living like?
It reminded me of Miami. I could hear the crackle of bones.
Maybe they were yours.
Could be.
So, did Madame spark a romance in you?
A bit. But we really never got together, you know? She was never fully relaxed around me.
Maybe that was due to your Casanova reputation?
No, not at all. It was simply that I was too busy with the theater and she was too busy with her career for either one of us to take much notice of what we had to offer each other. But Martin, the shocking thing is that I ran into a woman that I knew years ago. A woman of, how do I say, the night?
Do tell.
Bunny Maniscalco.
Bunny? The Bunny?
Yeah. Oh, what a pulchritudinous dish that one was. Oh, she wanted to snag me. I should never have stopped seeing her the way I did all those years ago. I should have come clean and told her I was broke. But then again, this is the best I can do. And the best I can do is all I can do. Let's go. Get a drink.
So then it went well. I would say so, yes. The Baron's visit broke that horrible board and was sitting around with nothing more exciting than Myra's farts.
Myra's farts? You mean she passes a lot of gas?
Yes, all the time. And she tries to hide it. She walks around the day room like she's squeezing a football between her legs. That Myra is such a witch. Her whispers really bother Madame so much.
She's always been that way, ever since she got here. I think her problem is she's not happy with herself.
Whatever.
Well, so do you think that Madam will do the Baron's show?
I don't think she's made up her mind yet, but I hope she will.
Well, maybe you can persuade her.
I'll do my best. I think so highly of Madame. She's still the prima ballerina she was back in the day.
I know. I think she might have a thing for the Baron. Do you think she likes the Baron? She has some...
I don't think so. She told me so.
Oh, and you? Me?
Yes, you seem to have a certain chemistry with the Alpha guy, the Baron's friend.
He seems different from other men. I mean, more sincere, not on the prowl. I think he needs companionship.
Well, he's now a possible the Baron. That old wolf beached me on their way to Baron.
That's the Baron's way of saying hello. Yeah, I think that's sort of likely right.
What are you gonna do about it?
What do you mean?
I mean, these days, women make first move.
Waiting for a guy is just like waiting for water to boil when you're in a hurry.
I've been out of the dating scene for so long.
Well, I'm not. And I can tell you, you need to make your move. And if it doesn't work out, move on. There are so many men in the world. You can almost make a sport of it.
A sport?
Yes.
What?
Think of finding a guy like shopping for shoes. Keep trying till you find the right fit.
Oh, you're a sage, Paulette. The Baron will be back in a few days, and Leroy will be driving him.
That's the opportunity to strike.
I think I'll try him on for size.
Nothing ventured.
Nothing gained.
That's how I feel.
Myra's been buzzing me all morning. Let me see what she wants.
So, you really think you can interest the Baron? Again?
He's my ticket out of here. I'm pretty sure he has plenty of money. What he doesn't have is me.
Well, I will miss you when you're gone.
Oh, no, you won't. I'll hire you. You can be my housekeeper.
Well, isn't that big of you?
All women in my station have housekeepers. Just keep your hands off the Baron.
Myra, aren't you putting the cart before the marriage? You don't even know if the Baron is interested.
Of course he's interested. Didn't you see how he looked at me?
Yes, I did. He was shocked. That's what I saw.
Well, what I saw was a man reawakened, as if from a long, long, loveless sleep.
A loveless sleep. Oh, really, Myra? He didn't strike me as a man lacking for love. More like a man worn out by too much love.
The gleam in his eye was unmistakable.
Cataracts.
This time I won't make another mistake. This time, once these loving claws sink into that man, he'll be howling for more. How do they look?
Needing support?
Nonsense. I will get my push-up bra, which I have somewhere. I'll find it.
You're serious, aren't you?
Well, of course I'm serious. Didn't you notice that he called me Bunny? He remembers. And maybe he'll even cast me in one of his shows. You know, he owns a theater, and I was always a really great dancer. What do you think?
I think the push-up will do wonders.
Oh, Veronica, come on.
What is it, Myra?
Come closer. I don't want that gossip Lavretsky to hear me. She's turning up her hearing aids now.
She doesn't have a hearing aid, Myra.
No, I need to ask you about the elderly gentleman that was visiting here the other day.
I told you, we're not allowed.
He and I are really old acquaintances.
He didn't mention anything.
Nor do I want you to mention that I said anything at all to you about our time together. There was a certain entertainment that we used to share. He loved it so. Every time I would see him, I'd let him have it.
Have what?
Oh, it's a personal thing I wouldn't want to discuss. I would want to surprise him with it, catch him off guard. I did overhear him say that he'd be returning soon.
You heard more than I did. Myra, you're so good at overhearing.
Oh, it's a real talent.
I don't know when he's returning.
Well, can you find out? From Paulette, I'm sure she knows.
Actually, I'm interested myself.
And that is why?
I need practice. I mean, working here, I don't get enough practice talking with men under 80.
And I thought I saw you looking at that fellow, the young guy with the old gentleman. What was his name?
Leroy? Yes.
And you want tips on encouraging him?
Exactly, that's it.
Well, my dear, don't worry, you can count on me. I have a little experience. Not a lot, but some. So, as soon as he arrives, I'll need you to bring him right up to my room.
Your room? You know men are not allowed in your room.
Veronica, I'm a grandmother for crying out loud. Don't you think I know about protection?
Protection?
You be quiet. And you need not worry. I have a taser in case the Baron gets fresh.
Fresh? Not even with a push-up.
So, will you do it?
As long as it doesn't get back to my boss. Okay.
Great. Thanks so much.
Just wait. I know you ladies have been around the block, so to speak.
Oh, Myra has a few times.
Well, let's not
Well,
go over that
I
again.
haven't. And I was wondering if you could share some advice with me.
I'm happy to give you all the advice I can.
Well, I sort of like Baron's friend, and it would be good to know if he felt the same way.
So you want those tips?
Yep. I said I will help you in any way possible. You can always count on me, dear.
Thanks. I'll see what I can find out.
Yes, please do.
Just what do you have in mind, Myra?
Or should I call you
Bunny?
My greatest performance.
Your gown will be ready whenever you need it.
Oh, thank you so much, Paulette. I wish I was as full of life as you.
You are full of life.
As if to breathe for life, Tennyson.
Has the Baron brought you life and a little cheer?
I am not sure. You know, I have never really trusted the Baron.
Just imagine, madam, a triumphant return of a great Madame Olga!
But who would want to come see me? I have been out of the lights for so long.
But I'm sure
The Baron is a dreamer. Who else but a dreamer would be in the theater business?
the dreamers and great stars, madam, you must do it.
But what if I agree and no one comes?
Of course we'll come.
Oh, but nothing would be a greater disappointment than curtain up on an empty theater.
But I'm sure it
No, but what would one do in such a circumstance? What would I do? Thank the ghosts?
You mustn't think that way.
No. Do you know why I retired so young? It was because I wanted to go out on top. And I did. To a standing ovation. My heart filled with gratification knowing I was loved. And filled with sadness as well, knowing it was over. All over.
It's not over, madam.
No, but I cannot bear the thought of standing on stage before an empty house.
But the Baron won't put on a show. He thinks it won't work.
The Baron is a dreamer. When the curtain falls, dreaming is what remains. Oh, take me outside. It's a nice day. I would like to take a walk.
It's cold out, madam.
Oh, well, then we better hurry.
You know, it's a real crisis, Martin. Hofstad has called in every chip he has. No one's interested in bagging this gala.
Well, that's too bad.
It's tragic, is what it is. Okay? He can't even get ushers without paying cash up front, and he has none.
I thought he was planning to sell advance tickets.
Yeah, he was going to, but he hasn't sold a dime's worth.
Well, broke don't play on Broadway. You gotta have big bucks for advertising. Talent doesn't amount to squat without big dollars for promotion.
Yeah, and the Baron doesn't have it to spend, okay? Not even the old-timers are interested in Lovretsky.
Tragic. Today it's all about superheroes. You know, I just saw this picture about a superhero cop who disappeared. Didn't see him the whole movie. What a waste. So this could be the end of Hofstadter, huh?
Yeah, this show was his only hope. You know, this could be curtains. For real.
What's a man his age gonna do to feed himself?
No, a rich old lady.
So, when is he gonna break it to her, Madame?
I'm driving him up later today.
Ooh,
You know, there's actually somebody there that I want to bump into.
who's that?
The old lady's nurse.
You scoundrel.
I don't know, Myra.
Well, what do you think?
A little less support?
Nonsense! Once the Baron gets a look at these, I'll have him eating out of my hands.
So you're really going to do it?
Well, of course I am. He's fair game, and with our money, we'll paint the town.
Our money.
Community property, Charlotte. Once I get his ring on this little finger, what's his is mine, and what's mine will be paid off in full as soon as the minister says, you may kiss the bride.
You know, if he buys the chicken, he's going to want the breast, thigh, and wings. You up to that?
Charlotte, my dear, you really know nothing about life. Once the knot is tied, the only breast that man's gonna get is Southern fried. You think this dress still becomes me?
So they're supposed to be arriving any minute. I wonder if they're here.
Is he?
Veronica, can you tell?
Is he here? Is he coming?
I don't know. They're supposed to be arriving.
Do I look older?
You look as you plan to look. There you are.
Ah, here she is. Veronica is here.
They're parking.
Good.
Myra, I know I agreed to bring him to your room, but Adam, what is that smell?
Myra is burning romantic Indian incense in her room.
Look, as soon as he arrives, you have to let me know. I'll only have a couple of minutes to get that incense burned. 30 is all it lasts.
That's longer than the Baron will last. I bet.
Myra, you're really putting me in a tough spot. Madam is expecting him and waiting for him.
Madam, but this is the big one. Charlotte, I am all set. And you know, I only have a few minutes to wiggle his wang.
Wiggle his wang?
5 minutes is all it should take.
Oh, if his heart doesn't stop.
You know, the best thing to do is just come out with it. Tell them the truth.
There is the truth. Never got anyone anything but trouble.
Yeah, well, you haven't sold any tickets.
I am painfully aware of that, Leroy. I'll have to convince Madame that she doesn't want to appear. And she wasn't too crazy about your whole idea anyway. Oh my goodness, Leroy, I am so distraught.
Wonder where Veronica is.
Baron, I've informed Madam that you're here to see her. Paulette, her companion, will be out in a few moments.
Oh.
Would you like a coffee?
Oh yes, a coffee would be brilliant.
We're actually out of coffee,
Huh?
but perhaps Leroy and I could
no, that is not necessary.
Oh, it's really not a problem at all.
Oh, but please, all right.
Leroy, it's so good to see you. I mean, we can talk along the way.
Talk.
About riding bicycles. Remember our conversation?
About riding bicycles.
Yeah, you were going to teach me.
Baron, it's so nice you're back.
Oh, yes. Oh, my, Paulette, you are looking remarkably perky today. What is the occasion?
Oh my God, you have the occasion.
Me? Oh, that is so kind of you, Paulette. But these days when people see me coming, they turn the other way.
Oh no, I don't believe that. Surely not women.
Yes, Paulette, even women. I tell you, Paulette, I am so distraught.
Maybe I can unwind.
Oh, no, Paulette, it's no use. I am wound into a knot. Is Madame in a good mood today?
Yes, she's looking forward to the visit. She selected a gown for the gala. She's very excited. You've made her such a great service, Baron. She was so depressed. Sense of living can do it to you.
Yeah, I know. It's crackling.
Television is out of the question for Madame. She calls it a boob tube.
Well, there's nothing wrong with boobs.
So she sits there and stares out of the window all day. There was a seagull that found its home on a telephone pole across the street. Regrettably, one day, a hawk came from the Central Park and ate it.
Really? This city has gone straight to hell.
And now the hawk perches on the pole. Apparently, he's on the lookout for a mate to go away with, probably to Jersey.
Jersey?
Yes, I know the feeling myself. I've been waiting so long to be swept off my feet by a man of sophistication like you.
Oh, no!
Oh man, of such a boobs.
Paulette, there's nothing wrong with boobs. But can you take me in to see Madame as much as I'd rather not? I really need to get this over with.
Okay, we'll talk later.
Look, it's him! Where is that bitch, Veronica? She promised she'd take him right up to my room. Dimple!
Bunny!
Baron, you know that woman?
Ah! Your claws are showing, dear.
And so are your fangs, and they're yellow.
Dimples, I need to speak to you alone in my room. Come.
What are you doing, Myra?
What do you mean?
It's all right, Paulette. We are old friends.
And what is this ridiculous outfit you're wearing? And those aren't your boobs. And what is this disgusting smell coming from your room?
That's romance Indian incense, Paulette.
Ew, smells like a dirty toilet.
Get away, Dimples, darling. Just a moment in my boudoir. Come.
Are you coming?
Oh, it will only be a moment, Paulette.
Coming?
Bunny, I'm sorry. I've got to meet with Madame, but I'll see you later. I'll come back.
Oh, that bitch!
You're such a fun person, Leroy.
Yeah, I like to think so. It's my theatrical persona.
Oh, it's so exciting having a Dunkin' Donuts with a real actor.
Oh, yeah, well, I've been out of work a while, but I still got it.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, hey, do you want to hear my Stanley Kowalski?
Yeah.
Stella!
Oh, that was so good. You're so talented.
I gotta get into character.
Oh,
Stella!
oh my, such emotion.
It's called method.
Oh,
Stella!
so good. Maybe I can see you on stage one day. Oh, my.
Wait, wait, listen to this, Stella!
I got it. It's good, Leroy. I got it.
Stella! So, you know, I mean, I know I'm no kid anymore, you know? I mean, age-wise, I'm no kid, because otherwise I'm still a pretty youthful guy, right? I mean, I work out, I eat veggies, I vape.
I can see you're in good shape.
You know, and I'm no Neanderthal either, right? I mean, I'm no Matt Damon or anything, but I'm still a pretty good-looking guy, right?
I think you're quite handsome.
You know, and you never know when you're getting booked into that big breakout role, because this Uber thing is just temporary, you know? Stella!
You got a dream.
Let me ask you a question. So you think a guy like me
Uh-huh.
has a chance
Uh-huh.
with Paulette?
What?
Paulette. The old lady's nurse.
Paulette?
Yeah.
You're interested in Paulette?
Yes. What do you think?
I think your Stella sucks! Oh.
Hey, hold on.
Yes. The reaction has really been quite heartwarming.
Has it?
Yes, certainly not what I expected.
Encouraging.
But, yes, one never knows what audiences want these days, you know?
Musicals.
Of course, the musicals are always a hot ticket, you know? They don't require very much in the way of...
Intellectual engagement.
Exactly. Intellectual engagement. You just sit there and take it all in. But you know, I still remember when I saw Sweet Charity.
Oh, Madam! I think you are beating around the bush.
Am I? Well then, let me get right to the point.
The point being...
How have you been feeling?
About
your health.
As well as can be imagined.
I can imagine being concerned about you know, appearing and you know, the full house, the reporters, the television cameras, the paparazzi, you know, people from Jersey, Idaho.
Yes, well, it has been a while, I will admit. You know, Sunset Living is such a quiet, peaceful place. So quiet, you can hear Myra and Charlotte's whisperings across the room.
Well, cracking of bones.
How is the gala?
It's stupendous! It's remarkable! It's
Yes, you have never been a good liar, Baron.
I'm so sorry, Olga. It just never happened. I am so distraught.
No, do not be sorry. I am actually, the truth is, very much relieved that this whole matter is over. It has occupied me in a very upsetting way. There is a time for everything, and my time for galas has passed.
Our time for galas has passed.
Well, nevertheless, so much is taken.
Much abides.
Tennyson.
You always loved Tennyson.
You know, Baron, as long as we breathe, we live. Tell me, are you still the womanizer you were back in the day?
A womanizer? I was never a woman.
Yeah, no more stories. Now,
But to tell you the truth, my things aren't landing any hits these days.
well then, maybe we can reset time to an early moment in our lives.
What are you saying?
I am tired of saying goodnight to Paulette. I would rather have a warm body beside me, even if it is wrinkled.
But Olga, I have nothing to offer you. I am broke!
No, I know. You're broke, your coat is frayed, but I am not broke. Frederick, I have a little cottage in the south of France. I kept it in anticipation of matrimony. What do you think?
Are you proposing marriage?
Ah! No, absolutely not. I would not trust you with my heart for a moment. I am proposing a life of sin.
Well, you know, I have always been partial to sin.
Now, I think the time for theater has passed.
Yes, about the theater.
But you know,
The theater is all I know.
I know it is, but take my hand, and I will show you something new. Paulette, dear, can you take my things and send them to the Waldorf? We will be staying there until leaving.
Living?
Yes, the Baron and I are moving in together.
And the gala?
Oh, the gala is not to be, Paulette. Come, Frederick. Ah! Oh, Myra, what is this outfit? Reliving the old days.
It's not looking good for you, Myra.
Oh, shut up, Charlotte. Oh, I want to wish you every happiness in the world. Tuesdays still work for you?
Not unless you are moving to France, dearie. Shall we, Frederick?
Yes.
Come, driver.
Driver!
I was hoping of making a play for the Baron myself.
Paulette, easy come, easy go. There's always Leroy. He has a thing for you.
His spank is too small for me. I wanted to retire young enough to avoid the sunset.
Well, there must be some old man in this place with a big what?
Sweetie pie?
Yeah.
Is that you?
Myra, wow. It's been a while.
Just a tad. You still look great.
So do you.
Still driving that truck?
Not anymore. I bought the company.
You bought the company?
Do all the deliveries in the garment district.
You do? But isn't that dangerous?
Forget about it. I'm connected.
Connected? Tell me more!
I remember that. Is that all there is? Is that all there is? If that's all there is, my friends, then let's keep dancing. Let's break out the booze.